Hi, Trevor. How
Hi.
have you been doing since our last visit?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. So, I just wanted to ask you before we begin today, if you've been able to process the first visit, how it was for you, and if you're having any questions for me or any concerns.
No concerns. Everything's been pretty good since the last time we talked.
Okay. Um, Before we get started today, I just wanted to get some releases of information for the parenting classes that you're taking and for her school, just so I can ask them some questions and get some updates from them. Is that okay for you with you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what it just says basically, I'll give you a copy to take home. But what it says is that I can speak to them. They can talk with me. And it explains different aspects of it, and it explains how long I can request, so I can't request them for years in advance, just while we're working together right now. The next thing I wanted to talk to you about was just Maddie's behaviors. Since our last visit, have they been about the same? Are they improving? Are you able to talk to her better?
They've improved a lot.
Okay.
You know, she's open to more conversations with me and things like that.
Okay. What kinds of things have you been doing to talk with her?
She's a teenage girl. I'm more of a controlled parent, so I'm more open now. I'll let her
Okay.
express how she feels and things like that.
Okay, what do you mean by more open now? Were you not as open before with her?
We pretty much had like a straightforward type of relationship. She goes to school and things like that, and I go to work, things like that. So, I'm more open to know how her day went and things like that.
Okay. Is that working better for her? Do you think that
Yes,
she's
yeah.
able to talk to you and that you're feeling a little bit more comfortable talking with her about her behaviors and about school and other things?
Yeah, because once we start talking and, allows her to be open more,
Okay.
I let her vent how she feels about certain things and things like that.
What kind of things has she been venting to you about?
Just about how she feels lately and things like that.
Okay. Well, it sounds like you're doing really good and you're using some of the techniques from the class. And that brings me to the next thing that I wanted to ask you about. How are the classes going for you?
Classes are pretty good. They're fun.
I know you did one class since we've met, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I have another one coming up soon, but so far the class has been fine. They're not that long. They're very informative.
Okay.
They're fun.
If you could pick out one thing that you learned from your last parenting class, what would that be?
Letting my child vent, let her talk more, express how she feels.
Okay. And I remember from her before a few minutes ago when you were explaining that she's been venting, so it sounds like you've been using the techniques that you were learning in class. Is there anything else that you learned that you think has been helping with you in Maddie's relationship and talking about her behaviors?
Being in control, but not really in control. So I allow her to be herself, but I also monitor what she does.
Okay. Can you explain that a little bit more?
You know, if she says she wants to go hang out with her friends, I allow that to happen and things like that. But I still expect her to be home, before the street lights come on and things like that.
Has she been respecting those
Yes,
boundaries?
yeah, she has.
Good. It sounds like you've been really able to use the techniques from your parenting classes. And now that I have the releases for school and parenting classes, I can talk to them about Maddie's behaviors at school, make sure they're improving, and things like that. And then I can also talk to the parenting classes and get their feedback on how you're doing, and just make sure you're going. And then at the end, they'll sign off on and give you a certificate. And then I'll be able to put that in the file as proof that you confirmation that you finished those classes. Is there anything else about the classes that stood out to you that you've been able to use with her?
It's the first class, so that was the first one we really talked about. We talked about letting your child express how they feel. So, we're in the beginning stages of the program, so I think it'll be
Okay.
pretty fun.
And are the programs, has did the time and date, or the times and dates working for
Yes,
you?
yes, they are.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you were able to go. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about today before we wrap up?
No, nothing I can think of.
Okay. So the next time we meet, we'll just talk about Maddie's behavior, see if they're improving. Would it be okay with you if I came with a few suggestions of tips and techniques for you to use, or would you like to just stick with what they're teaching you in the parenting classes?
Any advice is good advice.
Okay.
So if you want to come and have some things for me, I can look over them. I can tell you if they work or not work.
Okay.
And things like that.
Okay, well that's what we will do. I will get a few together, and then the next time we'll just check in, see how you're doing with the parenting classes, see how her behavior is doing, and address any questions or concerns. Okay?
Okay.
Do you have any more questions today?
No?
Okay, well thank you so much for meeting with you, and I'll see you in about a week.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.